So this is my 4 foot by 8 foot small garden shed that I built. It sits on pressure treated lumber off the ground. It is 4 foot wide, or sorry, 8 feet wide, 4 feet deep, and has a 4 foot wide double door for access. Once you open this, you have access to shelves that are in the door or hanging on the door. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then also tools or hanging spots for tools. Okay, and these open up literally with barely a ½ inch to spare. Okay, and then when you open up the upper part, or the other door, which is latched on both sides, on top and bottom, you have access to more shelves. Okay, making use of every bit of space in this shed. Then once you get in the shed, you have a shelf on top, a shelf there, a shelf there, another shelf, and then finally on the bottom, the floor of the shed. Okay, then hanging on the wall just inside the shed is the wheelbarrow. Below the wheelbarrow is the lawnmower. Next to the lawnmower is the spreader for fertilizer and other things. Then still some space right there in front for whatnot. We do have some sleds in here, so those really shouldn't be in here because it's kind of the garden shed. We've got an umbrella. I've got a 22-foot folding extension ladder. I believe it's 22 feet, could be just 20, that sits right there. I've got another shelf up here on top that stuff that you rarely access to. Got a lamp in here. Got a landscape rake hanging there. Up here, above the door, is the trimmer, which is actually a trimmer that switches out. I can't remember what Ryobi calls it, but it expanded, I think is what they call it. So I can do a trimmer, I've got an edger, and I can do a bunch of other things if I had the tools for it. The pride and joy of the latest pride and joy of this shed is the next thing I'm going to show you. I was sick and tired of having a tool rack that you'd shove your rakes in that was plastic. It would take up a lot of space on the floor, and it would tip over and it wouldn't hold the tools very well, and so I decided to find my own solution. And that solution is this. I'll show you here. This tool rack holds 20 tools. It is mounted between the studs. I don't remember if those are on 16-inch or 24-inch. I don't remember. Looks like they're 24-inch centers. So those are 24-inch center studs for this shed, and it's a piece of particle board that is screwed to a 2x4 that is screwed into the wall. And remember how I said the tool stand used to take up a lot of floor space? This one takes up 0 floor space. All all of those tools fit in the base plate area of the wall of the shed. So I can hold 20 tools. I probably have about 16 in there right now, but all of them take up 0 floor space in the shed. Prior to this shed, in the house that we had previously, I had an 8x10 shed that held less in it than this 4x8 shed does. This shed has a lot more space, or a lot better used space. The other shed was a plastic shed, and that plastic shed, you couldn't put anything on the walls, and therefore everything had to basically be on the ground. And I never built shelves inside because I didn't really want to take up the space, and this shed is far better than that. This shed is an asphalt shingle shed. Okay, I'm not done building it out yet or finishing it out yet, but I plan on finishing it with this lumber here on the edging, so the trim pieces, and then with siding on it, kind of a masonry siding. One of the things that I really like about this is when I have the doors open, I set up that chain and the doors can't get blown closed with the wind, and you can see that I have plenty of space for all the things that I need in this shed. I've got fertilizers, weed killer, sprinkler heads, ear protection, eye protection, light bulbs for chicken coop, trimmer line. Over here we've got the spades, shovels, garden tools of all sorts, and then bits and pieces of sprinkler supplies, gloves, and such in this door. And this side also can latch over here. And that is my garden shed. Thank you. Have a great day.